Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Hey, 4 down. 180.
Throwing on third. Goff. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Ware takes the give from Mahomes. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They'll run now with Ware. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Mahomes, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45. Zing, zing, zing. Zing, zing, zing.
Mahomes now to throw. Dumps that off to Ware. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ace, ace.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Left, 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 left.
On the run, it's Ware. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down forthcoming.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Anthony Hitchens coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here's Goff now on second down. And he rifles one incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And it'll bring up third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Third and long. It's Goff. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Fielded just inside the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Kansas City coming back out onto the field. Earlier we discussed Mahomes and all of his touchdown passes, 41 of them. But just collectively, they had the open week after the loss, and now they get rolling again.
And they navigate that balance beam like it is the widest highway you've ever seen, don't they? They walk with confidence. And how about their schedule? 3 of their last 4 at home, and I am circling when the Chargers come to town in Week 15. A Thursday nighter could be for the division title.
Yeah. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Michael Brockers able to drop him for a loss of 4. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Throwing now is Mahomes. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Taking it about the 16. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Goff now looks to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Goff now to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. That's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. They're going to go for it. It's Goff. Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
180.
On second down, here's Goff. Being chased out left. Airing it out deep for Woods. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. First down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee.
Here we go.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Goff. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Now it's Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
180.
Goff. Looking middle, and that's complete. 4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop it. It's another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, it's gone. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
On first down, Mahomes. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And Hill with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here we go, fourth down, Mahomes. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And that last drive, a long drive. But not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
To throw on second down is gone. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. On the ground, this is Ware. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
When we talk about Aqib Talib, technique is not the word that comes to mind, but don't worry about that. This guy anticipates as well as anyone in the league, and he did just that, picking off another pass.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. After the interception, here's Goff. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And the pressure gets to him again.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Goff now looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a 1st down. It's 4th. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. On target over the middle to Hill. And then he goes with a juke. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They run it here. Ware. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Z. Ace.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You needed that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
Now they try the right side here. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 23. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Now gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Justin Houston. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw is gone. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They are going for it. Goff flushed out right. And an alley to run. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. Here's Goff. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Gone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Left, 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 left.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this one is incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
390.
Now here's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 16 yards on the play. And
Make one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Okay, folks, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
We got 4. We got 4. 180.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Goff hitting Woods for a Rams first. Goff on first down. And that'll be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he's taken down inside the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. D. Ford in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
That's what I'm talking about, D. That's what I'm talking about.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
4 down, 4
looks to throw. Dumps it off to Gurley. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And now here comes Kansas City. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Mahomes now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Now a handoff looking right. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Past the 20. 10. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 74 yards. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
To throw, it's Mahomes. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Spencer Ware taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! 58 white.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On first and 10. Goff finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it second down. Goff now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
The Rams on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 9. Goff throwing again. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And that is going to be incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop.
Well, with that incompletion, let's have a little fun and give a shout out to the latest 1,000-yard rusher in the NFL, Tom Brady. Only took him 19 years, but he got there.
Did you really have to go snarky there on Tom Brady, getting 19 years to get to 1,000 yards?
We praise him on everything, the incredible career, but, man, 19 years for 1,000 yards, that's something.
What I really enjoyed was how he celebrated it. When he got there, giving the first down signal like he was Cam Newton or someone, I think even he understood, all right, 1,000 yards for me. This is kind of funny.
Yeah, he had a big smile on his face. Also, he did tie Brett Favre for 3rd all-time in passing touchdowns with 508.
Not to mention, he did it in another Patriots win.
The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Throw left side, taken in by Hill. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Mahomes to throw. And going deep for Hill. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 53 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Butker on for the PAT. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now it's gone. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On first down, gone. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Again, gone. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure. And the ball is knocked out. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. And they're not able to convert on fourth down.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. And they'll go on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Mahomes now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hill. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back him up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now Mahomes. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here we go now.
Now they try the right side here. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They won on 2 fronts there, so to speak, Charles. Not only do they stop him short of the first, they get him out of bounds and stop the clock.
Yeah, they won. The offensive guys lost because they wanted to stay in bounds and have that clock run or force you to use timeouts. Instead, the defense won, as you mentioned, on both fronts.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. D. Ford in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Flushed out right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now he'll let it go deep right. He's got a man complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on 3rd down plays. But when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
Now gone. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To the air again. Gone. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Throwing again is gone. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Orlando Scandrick just took the challenge right there. Find a way to seal the victory, and that's exactly what he did with that interception.
The product of Boise State coming up huge. Now a handoff looking right. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And they'll run it here. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this. Get it done.